My house is a townhouse, so it's 3 stories.
It's actually a 1-bedroom house.
2-bed, but it got extended.
A semi-detached house.
A converted milking parlour.
Yeah, it's in the middle of everyone else's houses, so it's wedged.
I've built extensions on it.
I've had it all adapted for me.
It's a 1962 vintage.
Brick built. It's a new build, end terrace, 3-storey.
A brick house, but rendered.
A fabulous light-filled space.
I live on a 60-foot long narrowboat, yes.
That's about it.
Well, my type of house is a post and beam house, built in a factory in Germany and assembled on site, basically. So it's ash, stainless steel and glass. The whole sides of the house come in. They have blinds installed, they have electric installed, they have the windows installed. The roofing structures are all prefabricated ready, so that it is a very easy job to put together and have a structure that is completely square and upright. And unlike a lot of people who build their own home, we knew exactly what we were getting before we got it.
I think what is special about my house is that it's filled with curious objects. The collections consist of things that I pick up, so there'll be collections of feathers which will morph into collections of stones. They will then be collections of toys. There's photographs of my family and my children. I'm filled with these wonderful little objects that take on a life of their own.
We have a lovely view from this house. The thing we see immediately is fields, trees and cows. In fact, our views go down 360 degrees. You know, we don't have to worry about neighbours getting disturbed. For instance, I play the saxophone as a hobby, and I can do that without disturbing neighbours at all.
It was when I went into my bathroom to find not just like 1 or 2 odd flies, all of a sudden there were like 30 flies, and I'm thinking, where have they come from? And then we went up into the loft space, and this is when I said it was like a bush tucker trial, because we opened and all these flies just swarmed out. I did have an environmental health man come in, and they call it bombing, where they light these small bombs and they let off the fumes and they die, and then you go and you hoover them up.
We've lived in Aylesbury for about 18 months.
I was born and bred in Aylesbury from '69.
I've lived there 7 years.
8 years now.
For 10 years.
My mother was the first Asian woman to be in Aylesbury.
I've been living there since 1986. I lived in my present house for 41 years.
I don't even know how long I've lived there, really.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of competition around my area where we live. Just basically who does the best decorated house. In the winter, it's like a Santa's grotto. Blue lights across the front of the fence. They're blue flashing lights, you can do it at any speed. And then I've got the white lights up along the guttering, like different coloured fairy lights around the cherry tree, so you got the spiralling effect as well for the Christmas lights. And then inside you've got the 4-foot giant stars in the window, and then all the Christmas lights in the window as well. It's just lovely. It's like I've got about 4,000 lights in total. What I did is continued it on from when before Mum died. She loved Christmas. When it was snowing last Christmas, it looked absolutely beautiful with the blue lights twinkling and the snow just coming down, melting it as well. It's like, oh, just the die for. It's like, it's just so picturesque out the window.
What I like most about the boat is the freedom. We did moor up very long anywhere, probably 2 days, so it was continual smoothing all the time. There was no peace for the wicked, you know. Living on a boat, I don't miss anything about living on land. It's great, you know. There's nothing I miss. There's nothing to miss.
So I do feel safe and secure in my neighbourhood because we have a neighbourhood watch programme and we do look out for each other.
No, I don't feel safe and secure in my home. I've got the CCTV and the 400-watt security light outside, but I still don't feel safe.
My basic philosophy is don't be surprised.
I feel very safe and secure in my home. The guy next door is the chairman of the neighbourhood watch committee.
The only time that you might have trouble is when the youngsters start throwing stones at the boat.
At least 3 of our neighbours have keys to our house, and they're on my alarm system as well.
I think we're very lucky. We have a community. We're not always in and out of each other's houses, but we do feel safe knowing that there is somebody there.
If you don't know your neighbours, then you're in trouble. And the immediate people around you are the most important. And that includes your neighbours, even though they're not your family.
Now with all the houses and people coming in and using the rat runs to get into Aylesbury, all the roads into Aylesbury are congested. The traffic has got horrendous, especially weekends with the parking. It didn't happen 20 years ago, but now it's every day.
I enjoy cleaning. It's good fun. Two hours a day for cleaning. Clean the whole house from top to bottom. Absolutely spotlessly clean.
When we first moved into the house, the 2 Burmese cats from 2 doors up really spent most of the day there.
I had a little dog who was a little Shih Tzu, and then I had a cat as well, a Ginger Tom.
When we moved onto the boat, we had a Jack Russell and an Alsatian. Yeah.
No, we have no other pets, just the 2 sheep.
So I used to keep fancy pigeons. Over the years I've had everything, pigs, sheep, everything. Not just for pets, I rear them for food.
When am I happiest in my home? Probably when I can sit down and have a nice cup of tea, when I can actually relax and I think that's my day's work over.
I normally go to the kitchen, I think most people do when they arrive home, put the kettle on.
But very relaxed when I get home, that's, chilled out, I would think you'd say.
Got about 1,000 candles. I have all the candles to try and make me relaxed and feel at home, not feel on edge all the time.
I'm content to be in my home, and I always like coming back to it.
It's a relaxing environment to be in.
It's freedom, quietness, peace, yes.
This is going to sound really nutty, isn't it? You just kind of know when you found the right house for you.
In the Islamic faith, we don't have ghosts. There's no such thing as supernatural. But there's another dimension where beings exist called jinns, and we feel there's a jinn in our house. And sometimes that jinn likes what we do or doesn't like what we do. it might be here now, and they just get on and do their own thing.
I tend to work through the night, and so quite often it's a very unusual space to be in because you know the rest of the village is asleep. And I quite often go outside at night time because I love the silence. I nearly always see the dawn, and I nearly always greet the birds in the morning because I'm always up and around then.
We've had 38 for dinner, Christmas Day. That's for the whole day, you know. Dinner, tea, card games, children running around, all eating in sit-ins, but that happens sort of every third year. And I like it when it's packed to, packed to the rafters. That's when I'm happiest, when all the family are there.